Hello there everybody, welcome to my review for TIDO. In this video I'm going to tell you all about the app, I'll show you all its functions, and in the end I'll give you my personal opinion about it. So let's do this. Alright, now before we start, I just want you to know that this is a paid sponsorship, but nevertheless, this is my honest opinion about it. I'll give you all the good facts about it and all the things that I don't like about it as well. Alright, so TIDO is an all-round piano app for rather advanced pianists. You already have to be able to read sheet music, and on your website it says that you should be playing for at least a year already. So this is not made for beginners. There are no full tutorials for songs. There are rather hints and tips on how to play sheet music and extra information, so it makes it easier to play songs and to practice. But we'll get into that later. Alright, let's start with the basics of this app. You can install it only on your Apple iPad. You also are prompted your account details to start a 30-day free trial. And now the app itself. If you open it up, you can see the first collection, the Piano Masterworks. On the top you can see a bar called New and Noteworthy, so you'll see new content appearing right there. And underneath that you can see the volumes that are sorted by composer. Now if you click on one of those volumes, you first see some information about the volume itself, and sometimes it also includes a masterclass. Now this masterclass includes of course the notes and all its functions, but we'll get into that later. But it also includes a live performance by a concert pianist. Now in this live performance you can switch around between 3 different angles. You can look at it from the left, from the right, or from the top. And you also have the notes scrolling underneath. And this is great to see the fingering of a professional concert pianist, to see how he plays it, how he uses his fingers. Next up you can explore the piece, and this is one of my favorite sections. So the concert pianist guides you through the song. At the bottom you again have the notes, and this time there's also chapters, and for every chapter there is several videos where the concert pianist explains the intentions of the composer. He gives you hints and tips on how to play the song, how to practice, and you can also look up definitions of certain terms that are used in there. It's like a little documentary with really great videos that spark your interest with all those little bonus informations that you get. And if we go back, you can see all the other pieces that are in that volume, and you can easily download all of them just by tapping on them, and just as easy you can delete them again. Alright, so now let's look at the notes and the functions included. At the top you have the name of the piece, then the notes, then the pages through which you can easily just swipe through, and at the bottom you have all the functions. Now the notes are always in a sensible size, so if there is a lot going on you usually have 2 lines of notes, and if there is not that much going on you have 3 lines, so it always adapts. Alright, so now let's look at the functions. The first one is annotations. In this function you can add fingering, dynamics, or articulation in different colors to the sheet music. You do that by simply holding one of the symbols at the bottom, dragging it to where you need it, and then drop it right there. Now keep in mind that you don't change the actual audio preview of the song, but you rather make notes directly on the sheets for yourself. You can also hide these annotations at any time. If you press on done, they will be saved and you'll see them when you practice this piece. Next up is the playback function. In here you can listen to a recorded live performance, and this is important. It is an actual person playing that song, not a computer generated MIDI sequence. Now this has its pros and cons of course. On the one hand the song is alive and you can actually hear a real performance, a real interpretation, but on the other hand it could interfere with your way, the way you would want to play this song, because you already would have a predefined interpretation of it. But if you're an advanced pianist, I think it's nice to have an actual live performance, because then you can get a feel of how you could, for example, interpret this song. Now in this playback function you can also slow down the live performance or speed it up if you want to. You can show or hide the playhead to see where in the piece you currently are, and you can also tap somewhere on the piece to make the playhead jump right there and start the playback from there. The third function is the metronome, and it is very simple. It's just a metronome. You can adjust it from 40 till 208 beats per minute. Now sadly, you can't combine it with the fourth function, the auto paging. Now that one is really interesting. What this function does is that it listens to you play and it automatically turns the page as soon as you arrive at the turning point. Now this turning point you can specify to be at the very end of this page or maybe already one bar before the end of this page. Now when the playhead arrives right there, it turns the page for you so you don't have to do that anymore. And keep in mind that you have to turn on your microphone for that function to work because of course it has to listen to your actual piano sounds. Now in my experience, this function worked perfectly well and I practiced one of Chopin's songs with that and it worked super nicely. But I am not a concert pianist, so I don't know how it works with the really advanced songs that are really fast, but with the medium songs it works perfectly fine. Alright, and at the bottom of the volume you can do a lot of extra reading. You can read about the volume, you can read about the music, about the composer, and there is a lot to read, and it is also very well designed. So if you're interested in that, then you can inform yourself as much as you want. And in the credits you can find out more about the pianist who told you all the extra information in the masterclass. Alright, so the pros, it is a superb app for advanced pianists. All the functions work perfectly well. There's a lot of great, interesting, professionally shot videos for you to look at. And there's a lot of extra information, a lot of extra reading you can do about the composer and his pieces. It also gives you a good solution to an old problem with the page turning function. I've encountered this problem a lot of times with very long pieces of music. It also works almost without any bugs. I've just encountered this one that when you don't have an internet connection and you try to start the app, it closes again. But I think by the time I upload this video, this bug will probably already be fixed. There is already a big collection of pieces in that app. You can look at all the content on their website. I put a link in the description. And of course, in the end, the price, I think it is pretty cheap for those professional videos that you get and all those notes that you get with the app. $4 a month is really not that much, I think. You can probably spend $10 on just one book of notes by one composer and you'll get all the notes from a bunch of composers for just $4 a month. So, and you'll again have that problem with the page turning. But that's for you to decide. I think it's a fair price. But there are of course things that I don't like about this app, and that is for example the auto renew function. And a lot of subscription based things have that, websites and apps, and that is that when you start your 30-day free trial, if you do not unsubscribe during those 30 days, you will automatically join the subscription and automatically pay $4 a month. What you should do is actively join that subscription and actively pay $4 a month. But well, a lot of websites, a lot of apps do that, and that's fine. They still give you a 30-day free trial, which is very generous. Just remember to unsubscribe if you did not like the app. And sadly, of course, it is limited to the Apple iPad. Maybe they can also widen that to an Android tablet or maybe even to a computer, why not? So far there's only classical music, but as it says on their website, there will be new content coming out and also new collections. So we're looking forward to that. Alright, that was it for this review. If you want to try that app, click on the link in the bottom box and click on one of those two videos if you want to see more of me talking about other stuff. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video. Goodbye.